Pick the Nintendo Shack and pray. Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening says, yo.
Greetings, Koopalings! Welcome to this week's episode of the Nintendo Shack podcast titled The Hot Professors featuring Lechonk. We've got some Pokemon news to talk about. I finally feel like after all of these weeks of waiting and waiting and waiting, Garrett's name is Lechonk Barbecue Ribs.
That's just not right.
So delicious.
Have
be like that. That's not right.
some exciting news to talk about. We've got some Pokemon news. We've got some Fire Emblem news to talk about. We've got some Sonic news to talk about. Things are happening, and they are very exciting. So we've got a good show in store tonight. But before we jump into this week's news, what have you guys been up to? Have you started Golden Sun? Let's start there. Let's talk about the Golden Sun progress. Maybe we'll start off each week by talking about the Golden Sun progress.
I think I'm the least far. I think I played like a half an hour. It's like
I might be. Yeah, that's about how long I played.
All right, we're at about the same.
Garrett's like about at the end of the game.
Yeah, I'm almost there. No, I'm like maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours in. Like,
okay,
I'm getting a grip of what this game, the premise of it, and like the adventure.
There's a character named Garret.
I could not believe that.
Did you know that?
Why didn't anyone tell me that?
No one told you? It's been a really long time. I totally forgot. Like, I just forgot.
It's the wrong spelling. Like, objectively, the wrong. Like, who puts one R and one T?
I've seen two T's.
I've seen
2 R's. I've never seen one of each.
Right.
Well, everyone has put at least my name wrong all different ways.
Usually it's 2 T's, isn't it?
It's usually 2 R's, 2 T's. Yeah. Mine is 2 R's and 1 T. And then my mother said, in her defense, it was in the baby book, the way that it's spelled. And I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. And then there's 1 R, 2 T's, and 1 R and 1 T. There's so many different ways.
The Garret in this game is 1 R and 1 T. So we've got Garret, who you meet pretty much right off the bat.
Yeah.
And I liked in the intro how they do a pretty good job of, well, first it just throws you into it. Your character is waking up and it's an emergency. And I love games that start with that kind of thing.
Link to the Past starts the same way. Everything's on fire. It's the SNES era of video games, like kind of, you know?
It really is.
Oh crap,
it really
is.
Happening.
What's happening? Yeah. That's every video game from this era.
And I like how you're not really doing a whole lot in the beginning, but it feels like you're in the middle of action, and it does a good job of explaining kind of like what the magic system is through like the plot of what's happening in the beginning. And the game is just gorgeous. I love how this game looks.
I thought you would.
No, it looks really cool.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I like the beginning of it. It actually just reminds me a lot of Link to the Past, where it just kind of just throws you in and like it's like, hey, all this chaos is going around, figure it out. And then I think the next big thing you guys are doing is actually probably like a lot more important too. So I'll wait till explain all of that later.
Okay. I plan to play more. I didn't get a chance to play a lot this week. I plan to dive into it a lot more. I'm excited. I think that we're really gonna like this.
This is a good game. It's been so long I completely forget it, so I'm excited to play it now when I'll remember it.
And I like
Elaine. Go ahead.
No, I just like the battle system. They throw you in there, and it's just like, hey, it's easy, but here you go. This is what the kind of like mechanics are, and then there's a lot of quality of life stuff upon this than like SNES RPGs or something like that. Like. I went to a merchant and they're like, okay, sell your armor, buy the armor, and equip it. Like it was like snap,
all in one, right?
Yeah,
it was
definitely
really good.
It's nice that it was GBA. You know what I mean? It's picked up a lot of the sort of expedience of modern games. Yeah. Yep. Sorry, itchy. Okay.
So, anyways.
But Elaine, you've been playing a different top-down game.
So I finished Tunic. I had started Tunic a while back when it first came out on Game Pass, and I didn't get to the end. Tunic is challenging, I should say. So
Tunic is I heard it's so
Tunic
challenging.
is very Souls-like. It's a very mysterious world. You're kind of exploring, trying to figure out what's going on. I got like 2/3 or further through it towards the end game. And I was beating my head against it. It was really getting hard. So I was like, I need to take a break. So I took a break and played some other games, and I came back to it, and I was like, I wonder if there are any options in here. Just I want to see the end of it, but I don't want to beat my head against this right now. Like,
yeah,
I like hard games. Like, I want to play Elden Ring, but I have to be in the mind space for them, and I just wasn't, but I wanted to see the end. Shout out to the developers. There are accessibility options in this game. One that puts a no fail mode on you. So you just don't.
Oh, that's so nice.
And one that puts a no stamina impact on you. So, Souls games where you run out of stamina and then you're kind of screwed. So you can, enable either of those modes and then see the end of the game. So I was excited to be able to do that and just kind of get through. It gets real hard at the end. It's a beautiful game though, with like incredible music and this like really mysterious world. And I wanted to see how it tied up. So
did you enjoy the end and the whole game? Did you enjoy the whole game?
I enjoyed the whole game. I really did. I did. I was harder than I wanted it to be for what it was, but I did still really enjoy it. And it's coming to PlayStation in September, I believe. So if
September 27th, just announced today.
Yeah, if you have a PlayStation device and you don't have Game Pass, that's an option for you later. I don't think it's on Switch yet.
It's not on Switch.
I think did they say they were planning on a Switch version?
I can't remember. It is on PC. It might be. I don't know if it would run well on Switch. Let me say it that way.
Really?
It is more demanding than it first appears, I think. I don't know. They could make it happen, but I don't know.
I think they could target it for sure.
Yeah.
It's.
I didn't think it would be much more demanding than something like Link's Awakening.
It's got a lot of lighting effects, and it's. I feel like it's very frame dependent for its combat. You know what I mean?
The combat's very
it's Soulsy. It's got that animation priority situation.
Well, so is Death's Door.
It does, and I haven't run Death's Door on my Switch yet. I just got my physical.
I heard it's really
good.
That
was fine on Switch.
Yeah. Okay, I just got my physical copy of Death's Door today. It came in the mail.
I want that so badly. I missed out on the pre-orders for that, and so I'm like looking at secondhand copies on eBay. Not secondhand, but like scalper ones on eBay. And they're so expensive, but I want to get it anyway.
The physical copy of Death's Door.
Yeah, I got it. I
have it digitally, but I want the physical copy because it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I got the art book too. So Tunic.
I want to play Tunic. I've been holding out for a Switch version. Now you're making me think that I shouldn't. If I get too impatient, I'll probably get it on PC. I might get it on PS5 when it comes out.
I was going to say,
I don't know.
You have a PlayStation. I feel like that would be a good place to play it. It's great. I really do like it. And I really feel like if you don't want to beat your head against it, then the developers gave you the option.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I didn't realize that it had that. And you know me, I don't like hard games. If it's a challenge, that's fine. If I can get through it, that's fine. But I'm going to be talking about another hard game that I played this week. But I don't like it. And I don't want to not see the end of a game because I get stuck on like one or two parts. So I'm really glad to hear that it has that option.
Yeah, and you can flip it on and off at any time. It immediately adjusts it. You don't even have to move out to
so you can turn it off after. Like if there's one thing that's holding you up, you can turn it on for that and then go back to. Yeah.
And then go back to it.
That's really cool.
I really like that. I know people have their feelings about stuff like that, but I think the more
good developer.
I think it was a good move from a developer.
And it's like a flip of a switch, guys. Like
exactly. It was great. It's on or off.
Yeah.
It's
player
so
agency.
Easy. I enjoy having my own choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I did finish that up. I don't know what I'm playing. I think I want to play Ghostwire Tokyo next, and then obviously Golden Sun. So we'll see. But,
Ghostwire Tokyo. Do you have that on PlayStation? Okay.
I own it on PlayStation. I just installed it, so we'll see how that goes. But I'll post up in my bed with my GBA. It's here. Hold on. Oh God.
Oh, let's see that beautiful GBA. Excellent.
So nice.
USB-C charging port now.
That's crazy. That's pretty good.
Stop showing us that. We're gonna buy one.
Shout out the Golden Sun saving system. Very accessible. It's just a start, save quest. You're good. So yeah, it's easily playable on a hard copy GBA slot. That's the one thing. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like. Old hardware copies.
I agree.
It's just the saving. I just it can be pretty sparse, and I'm like, I like the accessibility of just save state on a ROM and be good.
That's fair.
So.
This is my original GBA copy
pretty.
from when I bought it when it came out. So I'm excited to play it on this. So
wow.
Yep.
When we were 4.
I hate you.
Every episode, guys. Sorry. Every episode. I'm good. That's our one joke.
Good. We have that behind us now.
I should start putting
we're done.
bourbon in this instead of coffee at this point. You children, I swear to God. Damn kids! Get off my lawn. All right. Well, who's next?
I went back to in terms of hard games, I went back to Secret of Evermore. I started playing it. I had a hell of a time with the first boss a few months ago when I started it. I persevered, beat it, lost my save, went back and redid it all over again, beat the first boss again. But I took a few months off from it because I was playing some other stuff, and I started streaming it again this past weekend. And I thought, like, you know, people kept telling me, you know, this first boss is just a hump. Once you get over this hump, it's going to be a lot better. Now they're telling me, oh no, the second boss is really the hump that you have to get over. And I was struggling, and I probably should have had more patience. Like, I tried it a couple times, and like, you would not think that like bosses so early on in a game would be so hard.
This was a Persona 4 problem, actually. The first boss, the first main boss you hit in Persona 4 is like a big.
It's the hardest one.
It's the hardest one in the game. I remember
Secret of Mana was like that too.
Yeah, and I
this
feel like
game is a lot like Secret of Mana.
Yeah, it is, and this is, and I love Secret of Evermore. I actually like it better than Secret of Mana. I realize that's an unpopular opinion.
I'm really enjoying it a lot, except for the brutal difficulty, and I am hoping it gets better. But I don't have all the hours in the day to play these games the way that I used to be able to. So I did modern day accessibility cheat, flip of a switch. And I put in some codes into my emulator, some action replay codes that gave me a leg up. And I beat the boss with
there you go.
Easy method of invincibility. But that being said, I will turn it off because, you know, this was a hump and I couldn't do it. And I probably could have if I had just been more patient and was grinding more, but who got time for that? Not me. You know, and it's an old game and I don't care. And there's other stuff that I want to play that's more important.
You don't want to waste your time.
Experience the game. Yeah, like
you don't want to waste your time.
If it's a challenge, fine. If it's like brutal difficulty at this point in the game where it's so early and like I don't have access to like, you know, good equipment yet and things like that, like I don't know.
Sure.
But yes, I am cheating, and I will admit that this is blatant cheating. But you know what? I don't care. I'm proud of it. I will continue because if I couldn't get past it, I would have put the game down and just stopped playing it.
Yeah,
it would just wouldn't be fun.
My way.
Yeah.
This is my way to get through the game, and you know, hopefully the game eases up a little bit, and I'll spend more time grinding. But I am enjoying what I have played so far, and I think this will be kind of like a casual game for me. Like pick it up every once in a while to make some progress. I don't think it's super long, so
cool. Is Secret of Evermore like an action role-playing game, like Secret of Mana?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And there's like a level.
It's not turn-based. It's like sort of. So like it's not turn-based, but like you kind of have an energy meter with your attacks. So and this is the same thing for Secret of Mana, where if you use a physical attack, you can attack again, but it won't be as strong. You have to like wait for your meter to fill up again. And if it's at its max, then you have your most powerful attack. And you have like kind of an element wheel, and throughout the game, like you get access to more elements or magic or whatever they are.
So there's a lot of different things going on in terms of, and it's an action based kind of game.
The difference between this one and Secret of Mana, and they sound like they're related, they look like they're related, they're not related, is you like collect ingredients for the use of your magic, which is a little bit different. I'm not so used to that. So that's like something that I guess you can grind as well. I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know, but
sounds good.
Yeah,
hopefully
I'm gonna play it
you
casually.
continue to be continue at least past this, and if you want to put in that code anytime, I mean you can to get through the experience.
Don't care. This game came out a long time ago. Don't care.
It did.
Just letting you guys know, Elaine and Rebecca are cheaters on this show. Yeah.
Yep.
And so
okay, well at least in Elaine's defense, that option is in the game, so it's not cheating. Mine was cheating, I'll admit it. Hers was not
guys.
Because it's an official game
chose
option.
Violence.
He's choosing violence. Don't just ignore him. Don't give him attention. Don't.
I'm just
Mhm.
There you go.
Mhm.
Anyways,
Mhm.
I did not put any kind of handicap or any kind of cheating into my games because you really can't. So
Is that so? He's choosing. I'm gonna shake him. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be bad.
all right, I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I've actually been watching guides of the battle system because
I see that you're cheating by getting informed before you play the game.
I know. People recommended it to me, and I was like, okay, sure, I will look up videos. And they're like, hey, the tutorial doesn't teach you anything. This is how you battle in this game. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. And I'm having a lot more fun figuring out the battle system and playing this game than I ever did before.
Fair enough. Good.
So I restarted this game. I played this back in 2017. I was only 12 hours in, so I it was fine to just restart this thing. And now I'm almost back where I'm started, or like in that playthrough. I'm like 8 hours in, and it's like probably another few hours I'll be exactly where I was in the story. The characters I really enjoy in this game. It's a bunch of cool cast of characters. I like Rex and Pyra and their personalities. I like Tora, and then Nia. Nia is probably my favorite out of the bunch. Nia, the I forgot what the species is called, but the animoid kind of character. She is I don't know, like very independent, very outgoing, always Elaine dropped. I don't know why. Yeah, so it's been really cool to see these characters kind of get together and being in a crew and going on to this adventure. I like the gameplay so far. It's a little bit more obtuse than Xenoblade Chronicles 1, where it was pretty automatic. It was like going in and just like, okay, just let it do its thing. All right, press a button. Where Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is like, all right, press like 5 different buttons. Okay, when you see these 7 different timer gauges, that's when you do your ultimate attack. And I'm like, oh geez, okay,
that sounds like a headache. Yeah, I'm stressed just thinking about that.
Now look at Xenoblade Chronicles 3 trailer. There are 7 characters that you have to manage in a freaking battle. I cannot wait for that. Load.
It's so stressful. I'm gonna play it, but I'm stressed.
We're gonna play it. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna play it.
So yep, I'm enjoying the story so far. Much better than Shin Megami Tensei 5. Like it's like a good story.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Fighting words. Wow.
Well, not really fighting words. I think a lot
to some people that they might be, but I don't know. Yeah, Xenoblade's supposed to be great. I need to play it. It's on my list of things to do. That list is really long.
That list is really long. And man, some of these videos they cracked the case on just the RNG mechanics of these cores that you like. So basically, the novelty behind Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is the drivers and the blades, and the relationship between the two. The drivers, like the main human character or whatever character, and then the drivers. What was the other one? Blades. Yeah, sorry. The blades are like the weapons, and they can take into any kind of personality, and they lend you different abilities and skills. Reminds me of Astral Chain. I'm sure Astral Chain maybe borrowed some ideas from that. So yeah, it's going good so far. I like the world. Reminds me a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles 1, but a lot more obtuse in terms of mechanics, and the story's pretty good. That's all I got.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's get into this week in Nintendo. Opening up with, we got a trailer, 3 minutes in length, about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They announced that there was going to be a trailer the next day. It took place on Wednesday? I don't even know. No, it was Tuesday.
It was
right.
Tuesday.
I'm losing all track of days.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I think this was one of the most positive receptions to a Pokemon trailer that we've gotten in quite a long time. So I'll walk you through what was announced in this trailer. There are different professors depending on which version of the game you pick. In Pokemon Scarlet, you have Sada, who's a hot woman.
Oh,
you have Turo in Pokemon Violet, who is a hot man.
Oh, hey.
Your rival. I think this is the first time that they have two different professors depending on the version that you pick, which is interesting.
That's correct.
I think that's correct. Yeah.
Just one. Usually the versions are more similar than that. Your rival is named, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Nimona?
Sure.
Nimona.
Sure.
Okay. She is an experienced trainer and she is also hot. There were 3 new Pokemon announced that were shown as like wild Pokemon that you can encounter, starting with Palmy, who is our regional electric mouse.
So cute.
Smoliv, who is a grass and normal type olive, and he's like scared and sad and cute. And then we have the internet's favorite, Lechonk. He has a normal type chonky pig. And I think the internet went wild about his name specifically, Lechonk.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's like a reference to the Spanish word for roast pig, which I think is pretty clever, but it also just sounds like a meme, like Lechonk. Like,
Lechonk. Yeah, I love it.
It sounds French. It
sounds French. It's actually Spanish.
I love it so much.
It is good. It's very good.
Lechonk.
At the end of the trailer, people are talking. Yeah, Garret and other people are talking about eating Lechonk. We do not want to eat Lechonk. We want to love him.
It's gonna be a great
cherish
barbecue.
him.
I love him.
No,
stop.
Eat Smoliv. Go to Smoliv Garden and eat Smoliv instead.
Oh, that's bad. Bex, why? No,
that's not my joke. I saw that somebody recreated the Olive Garden logo and called it Smoliv Garden and put the Pokemon in the logo.
That's pretty good. Okay. There's so many Pokemon memes. Oh my god.
Yeah, the Pokemon.
There were some good memes out there.
Yeah, they're real.
At the end of the trailer, we got the box legendaries, the 2 main legendaries that are going to be in the game. In Scarlet version, it's Koraidon. And in Violet, it's these names are always wild. Muraidon?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What
do you think of these legendaries?
They've got snake faces. I think they look awesome.
And they have wheels. They look like motorcycles.
Yeah.
They're sick. I'm excited.
I think they look really cool.
Yeah.
When someone said motorcycles, I'm like, those will be drivable. No joke, because they got even the exhaust pipes on the futuristic one. It's so cool.
And I love it. They're weird and I
So
love
before I keep going with information about that was shown in the trailer, people have noticed that there are distinct themes of the past versus the present. Or I'm sorry, the past versus the future in these 2 versions. So like even in the 2 professors, like you could see that the Scarlet Professor, Sada, she kind of has more of like a prehistoric look. Like she's kind of wearing she has fangs. She has
like
what do you call it? Kind of like rags, I guess is clothes. Yeah, like a fur top. She kind of has more of that prehistoric look to her, whereas Turo has more of a futuristic gadgety kind of design, like really flashy colors, things like that. And same with these legendaries. The Koraidon one, it kind of looks more dinosaurish with like, feathers behind him and scales, whereas Muraidon for Violet, it looks more of, galaxy-like, kind of a futuristic design. So people are thinking that maybe that somehow plays into the plot as well, past versus future, which I'm excited about because I like time.
Yep.
Some very exciting news about the games that they shared afterwards, that you can team up with up to 3 other players and play simultaneously with them in the world. So it's not just trading and battling. It is actually moving around together in the world, which is super cool. And about this world is they say that it's fully open world. You don't have to go in a set, path that the game is prompting you to go in, which I feel like they're taking this concept that they had from Arceus and they're doing what we wanted them to do. And
I'm excited.
Our first fully open world Pokemon. I think if they do this the right way, it will be very, very, very good. One other thing I wanted to note was that Toby Fox, the developer of Undertale, confirmed that he composed the field music in the game and some of the other tracks that appear.
Oh, that's cool.
Throughout the game. We know that he composed the Battle Tower theme in Pokemon Sword and Shield, which was the best song in the entire game. He worked with Game Freak to compose the music in Little Town Hero, which was not a good game but had good music.
Correct.
And he's been working with Nintendo and Game Freak on a couple other projects, and he is such a good composer, and I'm extremely excited that he's still working with them.
Yeah, and this Pokemon looks really, really good.
It does.
The game releases on November 18th, so we kind of expected around that time frame. Kyle the Pug wants to know, what was your favorite part of the trailer?
It was Lechonk.
It's got to be Lechonk when he
Don't
like
at
did
me.
his battle cry. It's like, don't eat me. It's like, well, too bad. I just saw you. So
he used his tackle by swinging his butt. He swung his butt.
I love it.
He butt tackled. I'm into this Pokemon.
Butt tackle.
He butt tackled. It was the best.
My favorite part of the trailer was Sada, the professor in Pokemon Scarlet. I'm gonna get Pokemon Scarlet version.
So am I, because it's a lady.
Is
with
that the
fangs.
woman one?
I am.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am weak for a lady with fangs.
She's got abs for days.
But she has fangs.
And
Hot lady
fangs.
with
She
fangs.
reminds me. I saw other people saying this. My first thought when I saw her was, this is Isla from Chrono Trigger.
Mm.
Oh yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah. Prehistoric
The
cave
cave
woman.
woman. For sure. No,
but
it's a Chrono Trigger vibes all around with this game.
All around.
By the way.
Yeah.
Future and past stuff. I did really like Quaxley's swagger in the beginning of that trailer. He just goes whoosh, and I'm like,
the models look really
beautiful
good. This is the
Pokemon.
first time that we saw the 3D models of the Pokemon, and I don't know if it was just in like the part where they were teaming up together, but it looks like the Pokemon were out and about in the overworld. Do we think hope that they'll be out of their Pokeballs following us?
I hope so. I like having a companion waddle around.
That would be cool.
That's cool for me. But it's not necessary, but it's cool. So I'm into it.
I wonder about bigger Pokemon, how that would go. Just like
they did that in Let's Go, and you rode on them, and that's
that would be.
Remember,
nice.
I think I think that's how it went. But we'll see. We shall see.
Do we? So first off, we still don't know like Pokedex wise. I'm sure they'll bring in more new Pokemon. I'm wondering if it's like a diminishing returns type of thing, where it's like every time they do a new gen, it's like smaller and smaller amount of new Pokemon, and let's just put in like what we got already, because they have a lot.
They have so many Pokemon, it's like almost overwhelming anyway. So I don't blame them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's okay.
Yeah.
There are so many Pokemon. I read this fact that this is the first time since Generation 2 Johto that Venonat is in the regional Pokedex. He hasn't been obtainable regionally since Gen 2. That's how many Pokemon they have to work with.
Yeah, there's just so many. So it's like,
My first shiny is Venonat. I remember.
Oh.
Yeah.
You always remember your first shiny.
First one. Yep.
Jules wants to know which motorcycle legendary is best.
They're both super freaking cool. I actually like the design of the one in Violet better, which creates an issue for me. But
I think I do only slightly, but I still think the one in Scarlet is still really awesome. I love the feathers behind them.
Yeah, I do like that too. I think that the snake face on the Violet one is cooler. So that's all.
Yeah,
but
they're both awesome.
They're both cool. So yeah.
I didn't expect like the chest being pumped out so much in the design. Like in the beginning, it's like, oh, okay, that's a little weird. And then someone said motorcycle. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a motorcycle.
Yeah. I think we are going to be able to ride them around, and that kind of makes me wonder: is this world so big that like that's going to be our method of like traveling quickly?
I doubt it, because you usually get the legendaries towards the end, right? So it's like that would maybe for like going around after game and catching the Pokemon you missed, but I don't know that we'll have it early enough in the game to make that feasible.
Yeah, hopefully it's not like a loading issue too. I hope the motorcycle, if you do ride the motorcycle, it goes so fast, right? That it's like it's loading textures forward and like I don't know.
That was a
We'll
struggle
see how
in
that goes.
Breath of the
Arceus when
Wild.
you had
Yeah.
the flying mount later. Like that was a
definitely.
struggle. So we'll see what they if they
I
get it
was
right
thinking
here.
about the motorcycle in Breath of the Wild that you unlocked in the DLC, and just how
Weird.
fast you could go with that, and the load in was
Yep.
ridiculous.
That game was not intended to try to load areas that
No.
quickly. You could tell that they broke it, and they were like, "Well, oh well," you know. So
Yeah.
Also, the character models look a lot better. I wouldn't say better, more detailed, like
I agree.
human, like very realistic. And it's like that's kind
The
of cool
hair.
to see.
People were pointing out how the hair actually looks like hair. Like you can see
Yeah.
texture in it, and it's not just like, you know, the outline
like
of a hair.
video games hair.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like
Like
diversifying
that.
a lot of skin color and hair
Mhm.
as well throughout the game. It's really cool to see. How much
It looks
there
like
is.
there's going to be
this-
better customization.
Yeah, the skin color diversity jumped out to me, and I was really grateful for that. Like that's good.
They
That should
actually
be
have
there.
black hairstyles. People were
Yeah,
pointing
like
out.
afros
Needs to
and
be
Yeah,
in video games.
braids.
It's 2022. Stop playing games. You know, like put it in there.
Mhm.
So was glad to see that. Really glad.
Elias wants to know, why are the professors so hot?
So we buy both
They're so
versions.
good.
Next question.
They're so good. They're so good. The
Yeah.
best professors ever. People were saying, you know, that they kind of look like they might be evil. Like it might be kind of a Ruby Sapphire situation where it's an evil team type deal.
Maybe.
I think they're going to be rivaling schools because we seem to be like students. It looks like a very private school, you know, private Pokemon trainer school type thing. I think they're going to be rival schools. And that's probably where the competition is.
I'm really looking forward to this game. I haven't looked
Me
forward to a
too.
Pokemon like this in a while. I was really looking forward to Arceus, and to me, it was not a letdown. So I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
Also.
I'm looking forward to this more than I was to Arceus. And I like
fair.
Arceus.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was cautiously optimistic with Arceus, and I was surprised. This one,
I think we didn't
pretty
know what to expect with Arceus.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very true.
And this looks like, hey, this is the Arceus Foundation. Now we're just putting it in a new gen, and we're gonna try a little bit more ideas on top of it. I know what to expect out of this game, at least, which is good.
But it's not like they're going back to, you know, how it always has been. I feel like they're taking the appropriate step forward that Arceus had that we liked.
Yeah.
Are we gonna
I
have
agree.
gems? Are we gonna have?
I think there's going to be gems.
Yeah.
I think there will be.
Yeah, I think there will be.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do, you know, the level scaling that people have always said that there should be, where it's open world and, you know, you can kind of go in any direction you want. And maybe the level scale with, you know, if you go to the rock type gym in the beginning, maybe the levels are a little bit lower than they would be if you did that as your last gym.
Sure.
That would be interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. They would have to do that pretty I don't know if it has to be super detailed, but they'll have to really pay attention to that.
Yeah, I think it would probably just scale to whatever gym, you know, however many gym badges you have at the time when you challenge it.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Something like that, I'm sure.
Yep.
And then G-Man wants to know, what will you name your Lechonk and why will it be Ganon?
I will name it Bacon.
Bacon. I think that's what I named my Tepig in Gen 5.
Also good. Or Bacon Bits. Bako Bits.
Bacon Bits.
Bacon Bits. Bako Bits.
All about
maybe.
food. Jeez.
I mean, he's
Lechonk
a
is
pig.
already a perfect name, though.
I kind of do love
Lechonk.
I kind of do love it. I do kind of love it.
And I think
it is good. I feel like that is a good nickname.
Yeah.
The developers
really
knew
good.
that too. They're like, well, that's the name. Like, is it based off of Spain? Like,
Yes.
it kind of feels, yeah, okay, cool.
It's Spain.
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right, then.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. I think this is definitely the most optimistic I felt about Pokemon in a very long time. And I feel like I always get in that cycle. I always get swept up in loving, you know, what I see and being excited and having hope. But to me, before, it's always been, oh, you know, I think they're going to do this. I hope they're going to do this. But now we're actually seeing them do it.
Yep.
And that gives me
I
hope.
agree. I agree.
Yeah, definitely. I'm interested to see how the multiplayer works out. I hope I'm sure there will be players that want to join together, and one player is going to be like super ultra mega level party, and it's like, sure, if you want to play it like that, you can, and you can get together if you want. But I wonder if there would be some scaling, level scaling involved too. Borderlands,
do it
the
with somebody.
series had like the longest way of doing it for Borderlands is originally they didn't do level scaling individually, and then like in Borderlands 3 they implemented, hey, for this player the levels are scaled to their Pokemon or sorry, to their monsters in Borderlands compared to so the other player. So I'm interested to hear how, if it's just going to be connecting and play, I think that should be fine.
Guess we'll see. I'm expecting it to kind of run like crap and framey, so I have no big hopes for the multiplayer. I'm gonna keep my expectations tempered for that.
You don't want to join with your kids, all 4 players
children
together?
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Do
There's
that.
there's a lot of kids. We're definitely gonna try it. There's gonna be at least 3 to 4 people in this house who will own this video game. So
nice.
It's gonna happen. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I expect it to be not great. But maybe I'll be wrong. I like being wrong in this situation.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear how that goes.
Me too. We'll see.
What version are you getting? What starter are you picking? And yeah, let's start with that.
Scarlet and the Fire Gator. Twisted Fire Gator.
Flake Coco.
Yeah.
Flake Coco. I am getting Violet and going with Sprigatito.
The kitty.
I'm doing Scarlet and getting Sprigatito.
Nice.
Kitty. Good choices.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. You better not stand up.
No.
Freaking.
If he stands up,
cutie,
I will not evolve him.
Yeah, if this is a Litten situation, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad.
I didn't evolve my Linton. I kept him as a Linton forever.
I have a stuffed Litten in this house because
I might have evolved him to Torracat, but I didn't evolve him into Incineroar.
Yeah, I hate it. Don't like that. Nope.
Anything else about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet before we move on?
No, I'm excited.
It has my pre-order. I don't pre-order these games.
I won't pre-order it, but I'm
this
excited.
one I will. This one I definitely will.
I'm excited too.
There's very few games coming out in the fall that I'm really interested in. This is one of them. Yeah.
So far.
For now.
Starfield's
we need
out.
some release dates.
Starfield's delayed.
That's true. That's true. Oh, the other reason why I'm excited about Scarlet is because that one has the themes of like the past, and I think that'll be really
I dig
cool.
that. Plus, it's got the hot lady. I know who I am.
I love it.
Who I am.
Some more Pokemon news, not about Scarlet and Violet specifically, but Masuda is stepping down as the managing director at Game Freak. He's been with the company since it formed in 1989. He's moving to a new role at the Pokemon Company as Chief Creative Fellow, where he will use his knowledge of the series to help develop new services and products. Thoughts?
This is probably
good for you, man.
Like in his greater retirement plan. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think this is the right call. He's been doing this job for so long. Like, yeah, take the chill position and get to work on some creative stuff and move on. I think that's great.
I agree. I think the games will be better off for it, and I think the services and products will be better off for it.
Wow, he's been since 1989.
Yeah, that's a long time to hold a very high stress role at a very prominent company. Like, he deserves. This is like a great way to transition to something that might make him happier and be a little bit less, intense. And
retire. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he probably doesn't know how to just retire. So this is like the middle ground. You know what I'm trying to say? And I think it's a good one. So.
Yeah. And I feel like the culture in Japan, like, he probably doesn't feel like he can retire at this stage.
Correct. Yeah. He might just not feel like, I don't know what that culture is around retirement, but this is probably.
Well, he probably feels like he has so much knowledge about the series and, that he has so much experience that he wants to use that to keep bettering the company in as many ways as he can.
And good for him. Like, he should. So I'm glad he can move into a role that maybe will be less stressful for him. So
it's funny because I think, when they get to these, like, of age, I think they have these positions and it's like, hey, you're not going to be like wanting to be in the stressful position. Here's like, you've been here for a while. Here, you can work anytime. Just come in. It won't be like super stressful. I imagine Miyamoto's in a similar position as well. Like, hey, come in anytime, check out the games. And of course, you're going to spring out 10,000 ideas at us a minute. But yeah, that's actually kind of cool to see.
Yep.
Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes demo is on the way? ? A listing on Nintendo's store page shows a demo for the game. It can be downloaded, but it's not currently live. The game's release date is later this month on June 24th, so it can't be too far off. G-Man wants to know our thoughts about this.
That's super weird.
I don't know. I would bet. Well, it's a boo-boo. I would have bet a demo right alongside the release to see if people want to play it. You know what I mean? Or very close to. Didn't they do this with something else recently?
Calamity.
Yeah,
right?
I think they did. So, like, yeah, it's coming out in June. It's probably one of those like, does it run? Do you like it? Kind of demos. I'm curious to see how it runs. Calamity was rough. Like, it was a great story wrapped in a real rough game. So I want this to be better.
Cool. I mean, yeah. I expected a demo. I expected a demo earlier, like a month ago at least. That's fine though. I think it's going to be similar to Age of Calamity. Yep. That one, was the save transferred over? I forget. I don't think it was. Actually.
I don't think so with that one. They've done it before with other games, but not with that one, I don't believe. So I don't expect that from this either.
I don't know if I'm getting this day one just because of how busy I am with other stuff, but I'm definitely keeping my eyes on it. I definitely want to play the DLC of Fire Emblem Three Houses before.
I haven't even
this as well.
Played all the way through Three Houses, so but I want to play this. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I think it won't be. Well, maybe you want to know what happens at one of the endings or whatever. Because
I
this
think
looks
so.
like it's a continuation. It is a spin-off story, very similar to Age of Calamity with Breath of the Wild.
Chat is telling us that in Age of Calamity demo there was a save transfer, so
there was.
Maybe we can expect
maybe there'll be it in this too. Yeah, these demos are not a bad thing, because the thing is, you're releasing. I kind of think demos for these games are important because you released Age of Calamity with a Zelda wrapper, but a lot of people don't know what a Warriors game is. So I feel like, and this is the same thing with Fire Emblem, so I feel like you need to do that. Otherwise, it's almost like you're kind of fooling. Some people won't be paying enough attention and will buy a game they may not end up liking. So I think the demo is a good idea, a real good idea here.
For sure. Hopefully we get a trailer soon, like tomorrow or something.
Like any day,
live.
but yeah, it's out in 3 to 4 weeks, so soon.
Are both of you getting Three Hopes?
I don't know.
Eventually.
I want to eventually. Yes, I will want to play it eventually. So
and it's fine if I don't get it physical. I will get it digitally. That's fine too. And Age of Calamity, like it went down.
It's not
a little bit.
Yeah, I might wait for a little bit of a drop on this. We'll see what people have to say about it. So.
Also, before I forget, I remember us talking about Astral Chain in the last episode, and someone tweeted us out about this, about PC and Switch releasing whatever. Actually, Astral Chain is 100% owned by Nintendo.
Yeah, so the likelihood of a PC release is unfortunately 0, which is, or low, very low, which is too bad because I think it would be a really great PC release.
Oh yeah,
but didn't Bayonetta release on PC?
But
Nintendo
Bayonetta's Platinum.
Bayonetta is fully owned by Platinum.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Or shared rights with Nintendo. Okay. But Astral Chain is 100% owned by Nintendo.
That's okay.
The IP
that gives me the okay. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, get excited and try that demo if you're unsure.
Yup.
There will be no Ubisoft E3 style presentation this month. It's been confirmed. You might wonder, what does that have to do with Nintendo? Well, what about Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope? Does that mean
don't do this to me?
I mean, here's the thing. Ubisoft could say, I feel like this could go both ways because Ubisoft could say, look, we're not having a presentation ourselves because we don't have enough of our stuff to show off. Here, Nintendo, put Mario Rabbids in your presentation.
Absolutely.
Or number 2 is they could say, okay, we don't have a presentation this month. We have something a little bit later in the summer. That's when we're going to put in Sparks of Hope. I guess the third option is it gets delayed.
It doesn't come out this year because we still don't have a date and we haven't heard anything else about it.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
This could go any one of those three ways, although I'm leaning to it gets delayed at this point.
And the fact that the trailer that we did see in the very beginning when it was revealed, I don't think there was any gameplay. I think it was just kind of a cinematic, here's what it is and it exists and it's going to be cool, trust us.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it was remarkably far enough along that they were able to show so much.
Yeah,
there was some gameplay, but it wasn't. It wasn't like here's a showcase.
Yeah.
It's more like here are 2 seconds of Mario walking around. Like
I barely remember it.
Yeah.
I remember the cinematics; they were awesome.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that this game hasn't been showing up recently. But Ubisoft last year they had a showcase in August. So I'm imagining they could have some of their, I think it's easy for them to let some of their games to be showcased in Xbox or Summer Games Fest and just save money on that. It's like, hey, we're just presenting some games here. That's great. That's awesome. And then Mario and Rabbids, that could be a Nintendo Direct easily settled into that. And they don't even really need their own live stream unless they have some really heavy hitters coming up in the fall or something like that.
So we shall see.
I'm okay with it. It's my number one pick on my fantasy draft, and that screwed me over. And Resident Evil 4 today screwed me over. So
wait, what did you have for Resident Evil
this year?
I had Resident Evil 4 remake this year, and
next
that
year.
was. March. It is next year.
They said this. They said March. They showed a beautiful trailer though. For the
exact date though, March 24th.
I'm excited.
So pretty.
I'm really excited for that. But they gave a date for it, so sorry, Garret.
Beautiful.
Hopefully you'll get better news about this game, but we will see towards the end. Of the summer.
I imagine it being early next year, like January, February next year.
Yeah, I would say Q1 of next year is where I'm at right now with this, considering how little we've seen. But I could be wrong. They could show a completed game and say it's coming out in September. So let's see.
Yep. Yeah. Sonic Frontiers got a trailer.
I don't need more Sonic games, but okay.
Are you sure? You want one more Sonic game, right?
No.
Garret, did you watch the trailer? Are you able to inform us about what it was?
It looks like, hey, Kirby looks cool. Breath of the Wild and Xenoblade looks cool. Can we just have that kind of environment and just put rails everywhere? That's a Sonic game.
No, we don't need more. Oh, God.
And now, all the Sonic fandom is like, guys, it looks so good. It looks better than it's ever been.
We do this every time a Sonic game.
They're coping.
Stop hoping. I like Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania was great. We're good. I've had enough Sonic for a decade. Just let it.
I didn't watch this trailer. It's coming out on Switch. When's it coming out?
I forgot.
Next year? Please let it be next year.
I don't even know. Actually, hold on.
I'm not real enthused about this, but as you can tell, I'm not a huge. I'm not the type of person who thinks we need more.
I think Sonic Mania is really my.
Sonic Mania was really good.
2022. That's all we got.
I don't believe them. I don't believe them.
I saw people saying, "Guys, don't worry. This is an early build."
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Please.
Sure.
I mean, I'm fine with them doing this. It's like, hey, it worked for other franchises. Let's try this out and let's be a little different with it, but still Sonic.
Yeah.
And that's what really bogs me down. It's just that it's still this blue hedgehog that's just going 3D and super fast. And
Garret, you must go fast. I'm done. I'm good with Sonic. We're good.
I have never played a Sonic game before, and I don't think I'm about to start with Frontiers.
I forgot that you were not a child with Sonic, that you were,
I didn't even realize what a Sega Genesis was until
what do you mean after
Sonic
existed when we were kids? We grew up with Sonic. I just didn't have a Genesis.
You didn't grow up with good Sonic, right?
Okay, well, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
No, I didn't grow up with any Sonic. I was a Nintendo kid. This isn't the Sega Shack.
Wow, you are spicy today. Spicy.
I've only the first Sega console I actually played was the Dreamcast, and it was at church. And I remember seeing this controller. And I'm like, what is this monstrosity?
I need my cane to get up from this chair. Excuse me.
It's too fast. It's too many fast things going on. I don't know who needs to go that fast. Just slow down and enjoy life.
There's other Sega consoles. I'm like, wait, what? The people who made Sonic had consoles? That's a little weird. And I was like 12 or something.
I hate this so much. Like, it actually is causing me arthritis. Like, I can't with you two.
Listen, you're the one that brought it up this time. We had the 1 point behind us in the very beginning of the show.
He said I didn't even know what a Genesis was.
No, you said, I didn't know that you guys didn't grow up in the Sega Sonic age.
Sonic. Oh my god.
So.
Oh boy.
Oh, I remember the marketing when I was too. Yeah, I remember those commercials. In 1997 or 6 or whatever.
You are so lucky you live across the country. Like, so very lucky. Rebecca's close.
I know.
I'm
the line of fire here.
Yeah, too many games is happening again this month, darling.
That's true. That is true.
Man.
Beware.
You can hunt me down.
Now you know I love you. All right.
Yeah, that's all the news from this week, and we have 2 excellent questions written in. We didn't talk about this during the show, but Kyle wrote another question to us. How excited are you all to see the new Mario Kart ride being added to Super Nintendo World?
That seems dangerous. That seems like giving a bunch of small children blue shells and watching chaos erupt. I don't know how I feel about this.
I think it'll be cool. I'm glad to see. I know that this is technically Mario, but I'm glad that they're doing, doing cool stuff like that.
I think it's neat. I hope that they put one on my coast so I don't have to go all the way to California.
I know. I don't see myself ever going to this.
I would go.
I can drive 6 hours or whatever to go to Los Angeles.
Take pictures. Go do it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the video. It looks dope. Actually.
It looks fun.
Cool.
It does. Jokes aside, it looks rad, and I would totally go for this. I'm a giant child.
I wonder how beat up it's gonna be though. Like after a while, No, it look okay, guys. It looks like just a ride. It doesn't.
It's a ride. Yeah.
Race.
Yeah, it's on rails.
Okay.
It's not like
it's on
go-karts or anything.
It's for.
I think Mario Kart go-karts would be cooler.
That sounds.
I love go-karts. I win in go-karts every time.
There's a place by me that has fast go-karts, really fast ones. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going.
Come hang out.
Yeah, we can race go-karts together.
Yeah, come hang out.
And then our final question is from Yarden, who wants... It's not a question. It's a statement. Please talk about Stray.
It's not coming out on Switch.
Stray is not coming to the Switch.
PlayStation and PC and PlayStation did an event today and showed Stray and gave a release date, and my voice got like 2 octaves higher than it normally is, and I told my girlfriend, "Look at the kitty," and she's like, "This is adorable. We have to have this." So yeah,
I've been anticipating this game since they revealed it for the first time, and this is the number 1 and I think only game currently announced for PS5 that I am very interested in.
Next month, middle of next month.
I know. I'm very excited. And I hope it's good. I hope it lives up. I love cats. I'm getting a cat soon. I'm going to love this cat. I'm very excited.
I want to meet the cat. Can I come meet the kitty?
Yes, absolutely.
My girlfriend will like murder me if I don't let her come with me. Like she
can come too.
We're getting cats when there's no more dog in the house. She loves cats. So
well, you can come hang out and pet the kitty. Yes. But yes, I am very excited about Stray Yarden. I think I liked what I saw today. Yeah, it looks really cute.
Pumped.
I didn't even pay attention to this one. Is it just one cat, like, and you're just controlling the cat?
So you play the cat, and you are separated from your family. It's like kind of a futuristic cyberpunk world, and there's like no more humans. Humans, I guess, are extinct or something. But there's like robots and artificial intelligence and machinery and stuff, and like. I think they're mostly against you, like they'll try to hurt you, but there's these little drone guardians. One of them is your companion and kind of helps like interpret the robot language for you. And like, I think he's kind of like a comic relief type thing, but also like your companion partner. Yeah. And you navigate the world, you find like kind of creative ways to scale the rooftops, and there's some stealth elements hiding creatively to get through, and you wear this little backpack.
She's so cute.
It's so cute.
so cute. In the beginning of the trailer,
good,
some of the robots were running away from the kitty, like they were afraid of you, which I think is kind of cool. I'm just excited. I like the idea of climbing as a cat. That's pretty neat.
I'm interested to hear your guys' adventures throughout this.
It's like parkour, but you're a cat.
Cat core.
That sounds cool.
Cat core.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Good.
Very excited.
Yes.
Before we go to the end of the show, I just want to shout out. We got Mario Strikers demo coming out throughout next week. So guys, look up go to Nintendo, go to the certain times. I forgot exactly what times they were there, but they're just 1 hour. And it's very sparse times throughout the weekend, Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So go check the schedule out. I did download the demo for it. You can play the tutorial and the trailer. I went through that. It is definitely Mario Strikers like we used to know it. A lot of different combinations or whatever, and Mario high kicks Yoshi in the face, and it's legal, and I love it.
I'm pretty here.
That's the tackle. I saw you post that on Twitter. That's the tackle. I'm like,
holy God.
I should try this demo and these test plays because I am on the fence, and I think that will help me.
I am not. I'm just buying the video game, and I'm gonna beg children to play it with me. So, but I'm excited about that. That's next week. Oh baby,
it's
video games. It's next week.
Yeah, I think this time next week we should have review scores on it and see kind of how it holds up, how it stacks up.
I'll be getting to play it the day after the podcast, so I'm excited.
That's good.
The training is very stay up late enough.
That I'm so old, Bex. Remember the arthritis? I need to
listen. If you can make it to the end of this show, you can make it to midnight for Mario Strikers.
I appreciate your faith in me. I do. I appreciate you.
Or you can just come over West Coast and stay up till 9, and boom, there you go.
The privilege.
Yeah. Oh,
Best
Garret.
toast.
No, Garret. Sir, don't start with me.
Yes. I'm actually visiting the East Coast next month.
Where are you coming back to Pittsburgh? Where are you coming?
I'm going to NYC for a conference in mid-July. So yeah, just let me know if you want to meet up somewhere in Manhattan.
It's a pain in the butt. Ugh. We'll discuss.
Is it pain in the butt from New Jersey?
I just hate. Going to Manhattan is a pain. I hate it.
I've taken the train from Newark all the way to Manhattan. Yeah, it's like
I hate it. I hate it.
Let's go underneath.
Yeah,
the whole river over there, the Hudson River or whatever. Yeah. Whew. Rough. Anyways.
Cool. Anyways, I'm excited. I liked what we saw this week, and I think we're finally in this news cycle. And you know what? We might have a Nintendo Direct to talk about later this month.
God, I hope so. Let's do this.
An announcement that would be great.
Anything
of some kind.
Anything.
Nintendo.
Lord,
please.
I think we will.
One story.
I appreciate that you're holding out hope. Yeah.
I'm feeling more optimistic than usual, so don't let it die.
We'll definitely get something out of the Summer Games Fest. Yeah. I'm sure Xbox would have a couple of games that would be out.
Some good third-party announcements.
So. Yep.
Yeah. Can't wait.
That is going to do it for this week. If you're listening to the very end here and you are not in our Discord, the Discord is in the description of the show. Come on by, come join it, and let us know if you are into what you saw for Pokemon. If you like the direction that it's going, we would love to chat with you about it. We are both in it. It's a good community. Come hang out with us. And we will see you next week.
Bye-bye. I'm just going to end the show, and you're going to deal with it.
Okay.